Hello, Chain Gang, and welcome back to the 4 Chains Travel. We are really excited today because we are going to do our first Ask Me Anything video, AMA, or Ask Us, as the case may be. And these are questions that we've had people comment on our various videos from, and we're going to answer some of them in more depth here than we do. We do answer all of our questions online, but we wanted to give a little more attention to some of these questions. And just in case people missed some of the questions in the comments, we wanted to make this available for a broader audience.
Yeah, we'll do this as much as as the questions build up. We will make a video. If you guys, this is what you want. This is our first one. Let us know what you think of the comments. And if you like them, we'll keep doing more.
Sorry, I wasn't here last week. I had caught a cold from Rob at Grounded Life.
That's not true.
Okay, we were not on that cruise with them.
No.
We would like to have been on the cruise with them, but we had already scheduled other things during that time. But he also had the same cold, I think. This is just what's going around, and I've unfortunately just given it to Jim. So I'm going to be asking the questions.
Okay, well, actually, let me ask one of the questions first, because I agreed to let Angie ask the questions because she hasn't had time to prepare. But one of these is really more for you.
Okay.
And it is that they comment on the fact they saw you had dental surgery in Mexico.
Yes.
Would you recommend that to others?
I would absolutely recommend it to others. We have made a video about this with all of the information, the prices, where I had it done, all of that. So check out that video if you want the in-depth information. But yes, I would definitely recommend it because a couple of reasons. Number one, it was way cheaper to do it there. Even with our hotel and our travel, it was still cheaper to do it there. Number two, the care was equal to any dental care I've received here in the United States. Number three, who wouldn't want to recover overlooking the Caribbean Sea when you have any kind of surgery done? If I could have all of my dental or all of my medical done there, I would.
Yeah, we just had a wedding, and at the after gathering, it came up, and I could see that my now brother-in-law was very surprised that we recommended it. But I actually thought the equipment was more modern there, and I felt more comfortable then. I've been to the dentist in the United States since, and I was not happy with it. But we do have a follow-up video. We are going in March. We're going to visit a couple resorts. She's going to get her crown put in. So if you're really curious about that, stay tuned. But okay, so now I'll answer the question.
I should say that the procedure I had was a dental implant, and it was done in 3 stages. So that's why we have a follow-up video coming, because I'm actually having the final part done, the crown, in March. So we will have that second video after my trip back to Mexico.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right, let's get
question number 1. Are there best times to go to Italy?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, we put a lot of thought into this. We love Italy. If you follow our channel, you'll know we are going to spend an enormous amount of time in Italy in 2025. Certainly in 2025, we would say that the best times to go to Italy in 2025 could be any time as long as you're not going to Rome, because they are having the Jubilee. A lot of the major cities around Rome will be more crowded. People go to Rome for the Jubilee. They'll do the Rome, Florence, Venice combo, stuff like that. If you love crowds and you love a party, this is the time to go, but it is going to be more expensive in Rome this year. A couple of hacks we've used in the past is on the Ides of March. Speaking of Rome, people flock to Rome. It's a big experience for Catholics. You get to go to the part where Julius Caesar was cremated. You go in there with a member of the church. It is expensive, so we would recommend avoiding it. We did it once, or I did it with my nephew, and it was very moving. I would say the other hack is to go to Italy during Fashion Week and just don't go to Milan. We did Venice. We got into a hotel that actually Rick Steves recommended that only has 18 rooms, very luxurious, but very inexpensive. When we went there, relatively so.
That was great.
Yeah, it was a great hotel. And we got to experience Venice, which is very expensive on a budget. So I would say those are the 2 hacks. Also, in general, the summers are much hotter now than they were before. So I would avoid the south of Italy during the summer.
Unless you're me, because I like it hot as it can get at all times. But I'd also like to add about going to Italy in times of year. research the area you're going to and see if there are any specific, like site-specific or location-specific events happening there, because we were thinking of going to Calcio Storico in Florence. If you don't know what that is, Google that.
There's a great show on Netflix about it.
But we found when we were researching to go there, sure enough, the accommodations were like really expensive during that time, because that is specific to Florence. It's once a year. So if you're going during that time, which is June, was it June or July?
Yeah, late June 24th, I think, is when the finals are.
It's going to be more expensive than other times of the year. Yeah. So look at the towns that you're going to, see if there's any like festivals or things that are annual things happening in those areas, because you're probably going to be paying more during that time. If you want to go and see those things, maybe you could stay just outside of whatever town that might be.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next. I have both Amex Personal Platinum and Gold, and the main reason for Gold is groceries, but they don't code as groceries at Walmart, even when I buy all the groceries.
Oh, okay. So no, I know what you're talking about. I answered this in brief on the comments in YouTube, but essentially there's a great hack for it. You already have Amex Platinum. You can buy the Walmart Plus membership. You will get reimbursed for that membership because you have Amex Platinum, okay? And then you can load your Amex Gold onto the app, and they will code as groceries. So just buy it through the Walmart Plus app, and you will get the 4 times points. That's a great hack where you use both the Platinum and the Gold.
Okay. Next question. What is the one thing that Chase beats Amex on, and vice versa?
Okay. Well, we did put a video out with Chase, comparing Chase Ultimate Rewards to Amex membership rewards. Mm-hmm. They both have strengths. I would say if somebody's saying Chase is the best, they do have more cards, although their customer service has been really brutal, so it's been tough to get a lot of those cards lately. Hopefully they're going to get past that in 2025, but their partnership with Hyatt.
But on the other side, the Amex customer service has been stellar.
Yeah, it has been.
It's not just that one was bad, it's that one has been not good, and the other one's been really good.
Yeah, so. Angie is particularly, she didn't even want to be on the video when we were talking about Chase, but they, if you are a full-time traveler, getting Hyatt Globalist is very important. And so the best way to do that is through Chase cards. Also, they have great hotel branded cards where for a small fee, $95, $99, you can get a lot of free hotel nights. So that's the advantage of Chase. Amex, their cruise privileges program is awesome. If you're a cruiser, we have a cruise video where we got an unbelievable deal on a very expensive cruise ship that wasn't expensive for us. Amex is the only place where you can get the around the world ANA transfer ticket. I don't know whether people are as interested in that as we are. If you are, let us know in the comments and we'll do a whole video on that. But that is definitely the biggest bargain. Mm-hmm. And if you look at the last video, we talked a lot about, we made some unbelievable deals. We got 2 tickets when we're going to Madrid that are nonstop business class that were over $4,000 and each, and we got them for 50,000 points. So I would say if you have to choose one, I don't want to spoil that video, but it's Amex. But if you're a full-time traveler, you really want both.
Okay. Next question. We want to retirement travel, but don't want to do YouTube. Are there any ways of making extra income you recommend?
Okay. I would say, number one, don't be shy about YouTube. It's a great way to preserve your memories, even if you're not looking to make a lot of money. It's better than a big photo book that you have to carry around. But we have a video on how to prepare for retirement travel. A lot of our travel is financed by dividends. We invest in conservative stocks. We talk about that on our community. We have that in our Patreon newsletter where people share what they're getting. And we've really gotten a great return, over a 12% return average on these dividends. And so we use that income to do it. And also, I would say use your credit cards and understand how to use membership rewards, and just any transferable currency really is going to be more valuable than cash back. You can use that to finance. Also, also, Angie does some great passive income apps that, it doesn't give you a lot, but it doesn't take up a lot of time. And, we use My Vegas. There might be a question for My Vegas later, but we use My Vegas to finance some free hotels and stuff.
I do a lot of passive income apps. Receipt scanning, will get you a little bit of money, but doing that has actually paid for our Uber rides. We usually, when we're in Vegas, we do a lot of use of Uber.
And Lyft. You've gotten some Lyft gift cards, right?
Yeah, and Lyft. So you don't know this, but today I actually downloaded a new receipt app called Hopper.
Sign me up. Oh, I've heard of that.
And my first, have you?
Yeah.
I had not, but I saw it actually on another passive income app. There was an ad running for it. So I checked it out. The reviews were good. Scanned in my first receipts. I think I'm about 200 points in on that one already today. I would like to add about the YouTube thing. You don't have to do a YouTube channel about your travels. You can also make a YouTube channel for passive income on anything that you're a specialist at.
Yeah, or passionate about.
Yeah, passionate, anything. It doesn't have to be travel. If you don't want to do it about your travels, certainly there's some niche that you could find in all likelihood to have a channel about. And you don't have to have expensive equipment. Some people just do it using their iPhones. So that is an option. Another way that people make passive income or make income while they're traveling is if you work remotely. Obviously, you just need to have good Wi-Fi where you are in order to do that. Some people teach English in foreign countries. If you're licensed, you can do that as well. If you're not licensed, I don't think it takes a terribly long time to get licensed, and I don't think it's too expensive. But that's something you've got in your back pocket forever, and it would work in many countries that you would travel to.
I would say I've heard Angie talk for longer than a lot of our, which are already long videos, about these. If you guys want to see a video on just the app she used to get us gift cards and some extra added income, let us know in the comments.
I will put the link, my referral link to this app that I started using in October, which is Pepper. It's a gift card app.
Pepper's good.
I use it a lot because our kids wanted gift cards for Christmas because one is traveling here from another state. She doesn't want to check bags, so it's mostly gift cards. But also not just for gifts. Whenever I make a purchase, say on Amazon, look at the total in my cart, whatever the exact total is, I quickly go on my Pepper app, get a gift card for Amazon for that amount, load it into the cart, refresh and pay. And then I'm getting Pepper points for the purchase of that. Plus I'm paying with my Amex, so I'm getting membership rewards as well. So it's kind of like a three-way.
We are really into double and triple dipping on credit card purchases and stuff, finding ways to get extra added income, Rakuten, Pepper, all of that. All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay, the next question. I want to go to the World Series of Poker, but I've heard bad things about the Paris hotel. That's for a reason. It's not just bad things from us. Is that where you stay when you play?
We actually have it. It's a year old, but no, not quite a year old. I guess it's about 6 months old. We have a Paris video review. You walk in there and the visuals are really nice, and you see, geez, why are all the reviews so bad?
And it used to be great, by the way. We used to really like it there.
Right now, their customer service is so legendarily bad. If you want to know about Paris, you can look in that. There are a lot of credit cards where you can get expensive. I stayed right across the street at the Cosmopolitan. These rooms were $300 and $400 a night. I used my Bonvoy Boundless to get free nights. We've stayed at others for free. There is advantage if you're playing, because it really does stink at 1 a.m. when you're finished playing poker to have to get in an Uber and go, or even walking across the street. It wasn't that bad, but it is a thing. So
it's still 100 degrees at midnight.
Yeah. World Series of Poker.
in Las Vegas.
It's still 100 degrees. So Paris has its weaknesses, and you got to be aware of that. It's just a matter of choosing your poison.
Okay. Next question. Jet lag really cuts into my enjoyment of vacations in Europe. Any hacks? I will take that one.
Okay,
The sole reason that I agreed to do a repositioning cruise from Rome back to the States is because I wanted to take 14 days to readjust to the time zone. I hate jet lag. It rocks me so hard.
Yeah.
I really dislike it. So that's why when we can, we do points and miles to do business class flights so we can try to sleep on the way over there. But coming back, we are doing our first repositioning cruise. And honestly, the reason I really wanted to do this was, well, number one, we found a fantastic deal and ship. But number two, it was really about the jet lag and just easing back, taking your time, working back into time zones.
That's the deal. I would use points to fly business class to Europe because they have the lie down seat so you can get some rest. That's night and day. And then going the reverse direction, I would do repositioning cruise, or you can do a repositioning cruise from the United States to Europe. Either way works.
Usually like Florida to Italy or Florida to Greece. What are some of the other places?
Yeah. They've got a lot. You can look it up on the Amex Cruise Privileges portal or Vacations to Go or Cruise Critic or any of those. Just type in repositioning cruise or transatlantic or transpacific.
Another maybe hack, I don't ever hear anyone talking about this, but I've been thinking to myself, especially in thinking of doing the around the world flights, is that it seems so much easier for me to travel from east to west because you're gaining time. So whenever possible, I think if you can do that, travel from east to west, unless it's going to make your trip way longer, of course. But for instance, if we end up going to
doing the ANA around the world,
if we do around the world and we have to do something in the Western Hemisphere, something in Europe or Africa, and then something in Asia. I'm thinking we fly to Los Angeles first and stay with our daughter a couple days, and then go from there to Asia. And then from Asia, keep going west, go to Europe or Africa, and then back to the States.
Okay, we have 3% battery, so we're going to do some quick hits ones here before we close. If there's no sign off, please like and subscribe if we just run out of battery.
Next, Temptation Hotel in Cancun looks fun, but might be too much for us. What other resorts do you recommend?
Okay, I see what you're saying. We never would have booked that hotel if we would have known what it was, but we wound up having a great time.
And gone back many times.
I could see where it would be too much for certain people. I guess it depends on whether you want a party hotel or you're just looking for luxury and great food. For a party hotel...
I mean, if you're party hotel, then definitely Temptation number one. But if not that, then I would say check out
Royalton Chic. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's very party oriented, and it's also a very short 10-minute walk from Royalton Chic to Senor Frogs and Coco Bongo and downtown.
We have a video
party.
on Royalton Chic. We have a couple, so you can do that. But pure luxury, what about where we just were?
When I was recovering from my dental surgery, we stayed at Rio Palace Las Americas, which was great.
Fantastic.
Because everything is so close, all the restaurants and the pools and everything. It was a relatively short walk. The customer service was great. The room and the view was phenomenal. And it has literally one of the best beaches, I think, in the whole hotel zone of Cancun. The water was super calm and super clear. And that's hit or miss, I think, in the hotel zone. Yeah,
so those are a couple of good ones. All right, what else before we run out of battery?
Next, I saw the Hilton card had 175,000 bonus point. I saw the Hilton card had 175,000 point bonus. Should I get it even though I don't have any Hilton stays planned right now?
Sometimes Hilton can give you these big bonuses. I would say run. 175,000 bonus points. Wouldn't you rather have 10,000 Amex membership rewards
I'm
points?
all about the Amex points.
If you look at how many points it takes to book a Hilton hotel, the Waldorf Astoria they're building right now in New York, it's 150,000 for one night.
Yeah.
So really, you're talking about one free night. I would not get the Hilton for 107 unless it's a very unique situation where, because of business, you're always at the Hilton hotel. So no, all points are not created equal. Amex membership rewards are the most valuable. Chase Ultimate Rewards are second, and then there's some other situations that are good, but Hilton points are probably the least valuable. Okay, we got time for one more.
What is My Vegas, and how do you get free stuff?
Yes, we just got asked this. What was it, yesterday? We mentioned on our cruise video that the only way we would do retirement travelers get full value is repositioning cruises, except on My Vegas, if we've gotten a lot of free hotels in Vegas with this app, we get buy one, get one free buffets. We get a lot of match play coupons.
We got Cirque du Soleil tickets, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, Cirque du Soleil. We got free slot play, free appetizers. So My Vegas, if you go to Vegas once a year even, My Vegas is a must. But if you get 3 million points, you can get a 7-night cruise. Right? It rotates in and out, but right now they have Norwegian Cruise Line, and I think they have Carnival Cruise Lines.
And how many points do we have currently?
Well, I have 3,600,000. She has 1,500,000. So I actually saw a $1,500,000 free cruise. It was only 4 nights. It was out of Miami, but they offer different cruises all the time. Or they have a new thing where for a certain amount of points, it's actually not that much. You can choose your own cruise and they just give you $1,000 off whatever cruise you do. So My Vegas, people don't like playing the games. We don't play the games. We wake up in the morning, we have coffee, we hit autoplay. There's only a certain amount of chips or gold or whatever you can earn a year. And as soon as that green check mark comes up and you can't earn any more gold, we stop it. So it's an autoplay while we drink our coffee. It's definitely worth it if you go to My Vegas, or if you want, it'll take a while, but you can get a free 7-night cruise for doing it. So I would recommend that. So if you have any other questions, please ask them. We answer all our YouTube questions. That's the first thing we do in the morning. And we do it while we're at the gym. We're answering them. We love your questions. We would much rather take a minute of our time than have you guys make a travel mistake, right?
Oh, yeah, because we make mistakes, so you don't have to.
That is correct. We will see you next time on
4 Chains Travel.